Hello, thanks for joining me today. I haven't been doing any videos lately. I just recently got back into my crafting, and so I said, well, let me show you and share what I've been doing. I've been making cards, and I've even gotten some requests to make cards for other people. So now I'm selling some cards on my website, which is firstchoicego.com, as well as now I'm selling Prima paper. Yay! So now I'm official a retailer for Prima paper, and it's now on my website as well. And I just wanted to share with you guys the card that I've made this week. Lately, it's been so hard to find a manly card, and I've been looking for a paper that I can use for a man or a woman, a paper that's more versatile. So I was looking in my mountain stash of papers, ladies, you know what I'm talking about. And I said, it's time to use these guys, because you get these papers, they're so beautiful, you hate to use them, but it's time to get, use them for something. So I've recently found my Nature Garden paper pack in my stash that I had, and I said, well, let me use it. It's by Prima. I know they don't have it anymore, but some stores do still sell it. So it's the Nature Garden paper pad, and I love it because it has so many versatile patterns in here and all about nature and things of that. So I would think that this will be great for a man or a woman, and the things that you can make with it is just awesome because you can always, it's not overwhelming. That's the great part, because you can always add your natural embellishments to it to bring it out, to make it pop more. So that's why I love this. And for a man, you don't have to get too fancy, but you just want it to look nice. So this is when I created this. And I've used my little punch to add the birds. I've already had a stamp that says shine. And as for the birds, what I did was I wanted to add a little more graphic to it. So I made sure I wanted to bring the birds out more. So what I did was I added gloss. I made it more glossy. I don't know if you could see it on the camera, but it's like glossy, the birds, just to bring them out so they just don't look like plain paper, And so what I did was I added some glossy accents to the birds, and you'll see how I did that in a minute, along with I used some stickles, green stickles. I've even added some glossy accents to my tag here. You can if you want to. You don't really have to, because what it did was it gave it more of a glow, as far as a yellowish, I would say a yellowish glow to it. And I didn't mind it because I also have that yellowish glow to the stamp shine. So shine goes well with that, and I said, well, let's just keep it because I really like it, and it gave it sort of like a like a glowish type of look, like it's glowing off the paper, I guess you could say. So anyway, that's what I did, and I'm going to share this project with you guys of how I done it. So now I went in this stash, and I'm going to be using this top paper here. It's perfect. I love it. It's not too busy, and it has like little writing on it, as well as natural habitat. Little habitat, little things going on it. So I love it. So I'm going to use that particular page, as well as I'm going to use the already made card and envelope. You can pick up these packs anywhere. This particular card and envelope is like 4 by a quarter. 4 1/4 by 5.5 inches long. So these are perfect paper and card envelope packs. So I took one of those out, and we're going to begin. The border that I made for the bottom, this border measures 1 3/4 by 5.5 inches long. And then the border for the sign is measuring 2 by 3 inches. I cut that down to 2 and 3 inches long. And then the white topper for the sign is, I think it's 1 inch by 2 inches long. 1 inch by 2 inches long. I'm sorry, 1 inch by 2.5 inches long is the topper. And I have a Goodwill Soon stamp that I'm going to be using as well. So let's just begin. what I did was I took my border and I'm going to ink the sides of the borders with Tim Holtz Mold Lawn. That's the color of this green, Mold Lawn. So I'm going to just ink the sides of this. Get my things all inked up. And then I have the chopper here, and I'm going to be using the deco and the stub chopper. For the bigger card here, for the bigger card here, I'm going to be using the stub side of the chopper. So I'm going to chop that, the stud side of the chopper. Here. And I'm going to chop. I chopped every corner. So that's how that go. And then for the white cardstock, let me make sure I have the right side. Make sure you have the right side of cardstock. You want the smooth side. I'm going to be using the deco part of the chopper. So, clip that. Clip that. And then that goes like that. So now all my pieces are ready. What I'm going to do first is I'm going to stamp my Get Well sign on my stamp. Get it as accurate as I can. Okay, get well soon. And put that aside, let that dry just a second. Now I'm going to add my border. And I'm going to be using, I found this to be pretty good. It's wrinkle free and it's a glue stick. And it's made by Scotch. So I kind of like it. Not sure if it's non-toxic. It is non-toxic, but not sure if it's acid-free. But again, this is just a card, so it's fine. But you can use any glue that you would like, if you will, you know, whatever you prefer. But for this type of fast card projects, I like to use this Scotch. I just found this not too long ago, and I kind of like it. I really do. It's mess-free. It sticks. And I'm happy with it. Okay. And it's very you can move it any way you want without it being a mess. It's movable. So now I'm going to add this border to my card. Get it on there pretty straight. And it's movable. It's very flexible. I love it because you can get your card to how you want it and move it around so it could be straight on here. Okay. So now we have our border on there. And easy wipe up. Oh, something there. So okay, so So now you got your border on. And I'm using a spatula that I have, but I will put them up sometime this week. These will also be available for sale if you would like them. And I love it. And it doesn't leave lines in your papers or anything like that. And also, if you make a mistake and you need to lift the paper up, it lifts up very easy. And the glue sticks on here, but will not stick to your paper. It also lifts up your glue. I love it. I love it. I love to work with it. It's easy to remove mistakes as far as, like, you know, glue mistakes that's been glued down. So then I'm going to take this particular tag here and I'm going to add this tag. Onto my card. Make sure you want the writing side up. So just add that right there in the middle, straight as possible. Okay. And then I'm going to take my Get Well sign tag and add that as well. Glue it and add it. And place that in the middle. Okay, perfect. Now it's looking beautiful already as is, but we're going to just add a little bit more fun to it. Is add the shine sign. I love this shine sign. So the first thing I'm going to do with this, because I want to give it a little glow, is I'm going to add yellow to the stamp first. A little yellow, because I want it to glow. So I'm going to stamp that right in the middle here. That's going to be right in the middle of the card. Wipe off my card, wipe off my stamp. Then I'm going to stamp it with black right over that stamp to give it a glow. Okay, so I'm going to stamp this right over that to give it a glow. Perfect. So now you have a shine sign right over that. And it's glowing a little bit. And I'm going to take a wipe and wipe off my stamp. Because I love clean stamps. Okay. So I normally just take a wipe and wipe around it. And so nice and clean. Okay. All right. So now we have Get Well Soon with the shine sign on it. Now what I'm going to do is add the birds. So I'm going to take a piece of the cardstock, that the same design, and I'm going to clip out. So I'm going to punch 4 birds. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. So we got 4 birds there. And I'm going to place the bottom bird going to place my bottom bird where I want it to be first. So 1 is going to be there, and I'll put 1 down here. 1 up, 1 down. Okay. So I'm going to glue this bird first to the paper. Next, this bird. Okay, so cute. And now I'm gonna take this bird and I'm going to put some glue dots on it. Now these are some, you can use any type of glue dots you have, but these are like mountain glue dots that I've always had in my stash. So I'm just going to use these. And I'm going to place my bird with a glue dot on top of that one. Now to secure the bird even more, you can always add one to the wing if you prefer. But for the timing of this video, I'm just going to add one. But with this one, I added 2. Okay. Then I'm going to add some stickle eyes. So I'm going to add some eyes onto the bird. And just put a little dot right there in that corner there. Stickles can get a little tricky. We all know that. Especially in timing here. Add him a little eye there. Trying to get perfect with the eye. Sometimes it's just okay. So now the bird has an eye. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add glossy accents to bring out the bird. I'm going to add glossy accent to make it shiny. It's going to shine up the bird a bit. sometimes it's just, it gets a little tricky. And you're not always prepared for everything 100%. So I might not even edit this video. So this is what happens if you don't edit. You get to see the problems as well. And I just have this as my little, this drawer here, as my little embellishment drawer. And of course it wants to give me a problem right now. So, okay. So I'm going to add this glossy accent onto this bird to give him a glow. Not a glow, a shine, I'm sorry. To bring him out more. Okay? And what you want to do is try to do it to avoid bubbles, because you don't really want dents in your embellishment. So try to avoid bubbles. And to do that is to just go ahead and don't do too much of like scraping on them while you're putting the glossy accent on. Just go ahead and squeeze and move gently around. If you get too much, if you feel like it's too much, I think it'll be fine. It'll just dry up more puffier. Okay? And so that's glossy accents right there on that bird. And he doesn't have any bubbles. So that's great. So then what I did was I add glossy accents onto the sign. So I'm just going to add it onto the sign and try not to move it around too much. Try not to get bubbles in it. But sometimes it can take up a lot of glossy accent glue when you do it like this. But if you want a puffy look, this is great to do this. And I love it. I don't know. I hope I didn't put too much, but I don't think I did. I mean, it's a video, people. You're going to love my videos because I really don't do much editing. I do life as it is videos. So, we'll see. Hopefully it don't run all over the place. Okay. So anyway, I was good to go. That's when I said, try not to get a bubble. That means when it's good, leave it alone, don't go over it, and you won't get no bubbles. But anyway, and when that dry, the get well sign is going to be more, effect. You're going to be able to see it more. Right now it's just a cloudy little glow, but as it dry, it's gonna be more shinier. You're gonna see the get well soon come out. You're gonna see it like this. It's gonna look more like this once it dries. Okay, now this is the finished card, get well soon. I'm gonna go let this dry now, and once it dries up, you'll be able to see the get well soon sign a little clearer. Thank you for coming by and for watching my craft project. Please come by and visit me soon. I will be making more card making craft videos. Thank you.